Loni Anderson, a name that once defined Hollywood glamour and comedic grace. From pageant winner to primetime sweetheart, Anderson became one of the most recognized faces on television. But what really happened behind the scenes? What was her lifestyle like? And how did her life ultimately end? Here's everything you need to know about Loni Anderson. Her cause of death, age, family, net worth, lifestyle, and legacy. Early life. Born on August 5, 1945, in St. Paul, Minnesota, Loni K. Anderson grew up as a radiant brunette with big dreams. Her father, Carl, was a chemist, and her mother, Maxine, a model. Loni's beauty turned heads early. She was crowned Valentine Queen in high school and later won several pageants, including Miss Roseville. Her drive took her to the University of Minnesota, where she studied art while juggling motherhood and work after marrying Bruce Hasselbeck at 18. Though the marriage ended just 2 years later, Anderson pressed on, raising her daughter Deidre while working as a teacher and auditioning for acting roles. Acting career breakthrough. After moving to Los Angeles in 1975 with second husband Ross Bickle, Loni's career began to gain traction. She landed minor roles in TV shows like Three's Company and Barnaby Jones, but it was in 1978 that her big break arrived, cast as Jennifer Marlowe in WKRP in Cincinnati. Her portrayal of the witty and glamorous receptionist shattered blonde stereotypes and earned her 2 Emmy nominations and 3 Golden Globe nods. Almost overnight, Loni became a household name. Even her iconic swimsuit poster became a bestseller in the late 70s. Hollywood life, personal struggles. Despite professional success, Anderson's personal life was turbulent. Her second marriage ended due to the pressures of fame. Then came Stroker Ace in 1983, a critical flop, but the film that brought her into a high-profile romance with superstar Burt Reynolds. They married in 1988 and adopted a son, Quentin. But soon, things spiraled. Their relationship turned toxic, plagued by allegations of substance abuse and emotional pain. Their bitter divorce in 1994 made national headlines and marked one of Hollywood's messiest splits. Latter years, career. After the divorce, Anderson returned to TV, appearing in shows like Nurses, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and So Notorious. She published her autobiography, My Life in High Heels, in 1997, opening up about the highs and lows of fame. In 2008, she found lasting love with Bob Flick, a folk musician from the Brothers Four. Away from the spotlight, Loni embraced a quieter life in Hollywood, occasionally making appearances while focusing on family and advocacy. Lifestyle, net worth, legacy. Loni Anderson's lifestyle, once defined by red carpets and headlines, became one of grace and reflection in her later years. Known for her elegance and resilience, Loni built an estimated net worth of $12 million, largely from her acting, production work, and endorsements. She became an advocate for COPD awareness after her ex-husband Reynolds' diagnosis and was praised for her efforts in elder care and children's welfare. Cause of death, final years. On August 3, 2025, Loni Anderson passed away at the age of 79 in a Los Angeles hospital following a prolonged illness. Her longtime publicist, Cheryl J. Kagan, confirmed the news, describing her final moments as peaceful and surrounded by loved ones. In a heartfelt statement, Anderson's family said, "We are heartbroken to announce the passing of our dear wife, mother, and grandmother. Her husband Bob Flick, children Deidre Hoffman and Quentin Reynolds, and her grandchildren were by her side." In her final years, Anderson lived a quieter life away from Hollywood's glare, embracing family, advocacy, and occasional appearances. Her legacy endures not only through her iconic roles and unforgettable beauty, but also through her strength, warmth, and resilience in the face of life's many challenges. From beauty queen to beloved sitcom icon, Loni Anderson's journey is one of transformation, resilience, and reinvention. Her legacy goes far beyond Hollywood glam. She remains a symbol of strength, elegance, and staying power in a world that constantly changes. Loni Anderson was more than just a glamorous face on television. She was an icon, a survivor, and a trailblazer. As the world mourns her passing, let's reflect on how she'll truly be remembered not just as Jennifer Marlowe, but as a woman who defined strength, wit, and elegance for an entire generation. When WKRP in Cincinnati hit TV screens in 1978, Anderson didn't just steal the show, she reshaped how audiences viewed the blonde bombshell trope. Her character, Jennifer Marlowe, was poised, competent, and unfazed by the chaos around her. She made being smart and stylish cool. Young women looked up to her not only for her beauty, but because she commanded respect in a world that often underestimated her. Her Emmy and Golden Globe nominations weren't just career milestones, they were cultural ones. Off-screen, Loni Anderson was equally influential. She broke tabloid silence by openly discussing her marriage to Burt Reynolds, one of the most famous and turbulent relationships in Hollywood. In a time when few women spoke out, she shared her truth with dignity. She produced her own projects, advocated for women's roles in media, and continued working well into her later years, always on her own terms. She turned personal struggles into powerful messages of growth, encouraging women to reclaim their narratives, no matter how messy or painful. While Anderson shined in the spotlight, her proudest legacy may be her family. She raised 2 children, including Quentin Reynolds, whom she adopted with Burt, and frequently spoke about how motherhood grounded her. Her final years were quiet, filled with love, reflection, and purpose. Her marriage to Bob Flick brought her peace, and her appearances in recent years showed a woman at ease with her past and grateful for her journey. Even in grief, her family's statement says it all. "We are heartbroken to announce the passing of our dear wife, mother, and grandmother. It wasn't just the world that lost a star, it was a family that lost its heart." Loni Anderson will forever be remembered as a woman who turned beauty into power, comedy into commentary, and heartbreak into healing. From small-town Minnesota to Hollywood royalty, her legacy endures in the characters she brought to life, the barriers she broke, and the grace she carried through every chapter of her life. She taught us that behind every glamorous smile is a story worth telling, one of intelligence, perseverance, and self-worth. Thank you, Loni, for the laughs, the lessons, and the light. You'll always be remembered not just for who you were on screen, but for the woman you chose to be when the cameras stopped rolling. Rest in peace, Loni Anderson. Your story will never fade. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell for more stories about your favorite stars.